If you have already worked with the databases, you could hardly miss the term primary key PK. Hello everybody, this is Naval. Today we are going to talk about what is primary key, what are the labels primary key have, how we can create constant and how we can delete constant. So let's talk about primary key first. Primary key consists of two things, two properties. Number one is uniqueness and number two is not null. Basically, it cannot be duplicate and it cannot be blank. Let's take example of a student. A school or college give a registration number or roll number to each and every student, and it cannot be blank or it cannot be duplicate to the other student. If you take the example of employee who works in a company, an employee code is given to the employee and which cannot be duplicated with the other employee and cannot be blank. So that field, that column can be created as a primary key. Next, understand about its labels. Basically, there are two labels in primary key. Number one is column label primary key and number two is table label primary key. So column label primary key is what? When we create a primary key on one single field, so that is column label primary key. And if we create primary key on one or more than one column, so it becomes a table label primary key. Basically, we can create only one primary key on one table. So that is the property of a primary key also. So let's understand the column primary key first. Here we have a database called customer. Let's create a new table. Create table and let's say TBL student, and let's create, let's say student ID or employee or registration number, integer, identity, or don't make it identity and I'll fill it manually, and we can make it as a primary key. Next field is student name and it will be n varchar. Let's say the length of that is, you can make a primary key not null or you can leave it. If you write not null over here, you can make it as a primary key not null, but if you do not write not null, it will take as a not null because you make it as a primary key. So let's create a table. So here we have a created table with the primary key registration number. Let's look into the table. Here we have a table TBL student, and you can see the primary key. When you click on plus sign before the keys, you will find the primary key in it. And did you notice that the primary key name is taken by the system itself and the SQL Server itself? So can you create a user defined primary key in it? Definitely you can create. So I'll create a new table where I'll create a primary key, user defined primary key. So the syntax of the primary key is, first we need to write the constant. We need to give the name of that constant. Constant name is primary key PK, TBL, student, or registration number. Which constant do you want to apply? Primary key constant. And on which field we need the constant? We need it on registration number. That's it. That is the syntax of. So we need to change the table name. So table name is student TBL1. Let's create a table. And here the table is created. Let's check it out. The table is created and see the table. Here it is the keys. So primary key name is now according to the user. So if the column in the primary key is 1. So that is called a column level primary key. It's a column level primary key. I hope you understood this. And next is table level primary key. If we create a new table, let's say TBL student 2, and here I just want to create a primary key with the combination of two fields, registration number and let's say name. And I just want to create a primary key on the basis of registration number and student name. Primary key registration number comma student name. We need to give the field name. So let's create the table and see. Yes, we have created a table where there is only one primary key, but the combination of two fields is called a table level primary key, or we can call it composite primary key. So that is, and how we can check that the primary key constraint is applicable on it or not. Let's insert the data. Insert into, let's say, TBL student. We just want to insert the data in TBL student values, and first is roll number 1 or registration number 1, and the student is less than Naval thing. And let's insert it. Again, I just want to copy it one more time, and let's see what happens when we insert the same value in the next input. And let's say I do not want to enter or insert the registration number, and see what happens. So let's run these 3 queries, and what happens. In the first query, the data is inserted. In the second one, it's giving us the error that it's a primary key error, even though we have not defined it as a not null, but it has taken it as a not null because the property of the primary key is not null plus uniqueness. And the third error is basically we cannot insert null value into the primary key record or primary key field. So I hope you understood the concept. And the next is create constant. We have already created a constant on the new table, and let's understand how we can create a primary key constant on the existing table. So here we have an existing table called user table. Let's see, do we have any primary key? Yes, we have a primary key. Let's delete it, and now or we can create a primary key on order details. Let's create a primary key on order details. So the syntax of it is alter table, and we need to give the table name. Table name over here is order details, and what we want to add a constant. Add constant. Which constant? We need to give the constant name. Constant name is pk order details, and we need to know the column name, and we want to give the primary key on order ID, and we need to give which constant do we want to apply on this field, primary key. On which field we need to order ID. It's so simple to learn it. So let's create a constant, primary key constant. It's added. Let's check. Click on plus sign, and here we have created a table, or we have altered that table. We have modified that table by adding primary key on it. And next is how we can delete the constant. So delete the constant is also a alter table. Table name is order details. Or so every time if we delete anything in SQL, we write drop constraint and we need to give the constraint name. Constraint name is already this. So that's it. So here you can see that we have deleted the primary key constraint in it. And let's see, do we have the primary key over here? No, we do not have primary key over here because we have already deleted it. I hope you liked the video, and please subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification from this channel. This channel is totally related to the database queries, database problems, and if you face any problem in the SQL Server. Thank you so much for your valuable time. Have a nice day.